This is the Earth reading for the week of January 2nd, 2017. It's cool. I tell you guys, I can't make this stuff up. I see this very neat, almost like cathedral-looking rock, almost in the shape of a wedding cake, and I'm drawn to the attention of you, Earth elements, to your lower extremities, to your legs, to your root chakra, and they show you sitting still. Cool. So it's interesting because yeah, hunker down. It's a lot of like yeah, it's really cool. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we were talking about at the end of the year about how ever since really the winter solstice, how earth signs would be kind of in their flow thanks to Capricorn and, you know, the sun being in Capricorn. But what this says is, it says in line with the ether reading of gliding in, in line with the ether reading of gliding in and not adjusting and not beating your wings too hard and not diving or soaring. The message for you guys is, in order for you to glide, just stay where you are. Sit still, don't move, hunker down, plug in, recharge, get real. And my sense is that you know what's going on right now, but you have to pay special attention to your earth element. The last few weeks have been about forward motion, one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. This is actually like stop, take stock, sit still, don't move, hunker down, plug in, recharge, get real, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, and be where you are, but deeper, harder, more solid, more fixed. My gut is telling me, well, no, this is not my gut. This is coming from a guide somewhere over here. Is reminding me, you know, earth signs tend to be persistent and patient, but you can also get very tired, bored, with monotony. And so what this is saying is, don't start picking yourself apart. Don't start second guessing yourself. You're doing something right now, whether you believe it or not. You are doing something. You are right. You know, you are right. You are right. Oh, cool. So it's neat because they show it to me as it looked like a little mound of stones. I drew this picture. It looked like a little birthday cake, and this is your butt up here. It looked, and those are your feet, cross-legged feet. It looked like a little mound of stones, but now when I looked at it again to get more insight from it, it's not a little mound of stones. It's actually a giant mountain, and the symbolism of, you know, climbing a mountain and sitting on top of it, is that like, is just telling me that you, and this messing with perspective is telling me that you might not have the clearest understanding of how far you've come or how high you've come, and that's why it seems like you might be picking at yourself, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, like you might be picking hard, or that gliding in is going to be challenging for you because you'd rather move slowly, one step at a time. But in order to glide in, you kind of have to like cross your legs and whoom, like sit, fall, you know, sit down, and let that dropping in let it come from self-acceptance. You know, the root chakra, which they're showing me on the top of this mountain, works with, it can be triggered by fear. You know, an unstable root chakra tends to bring fear up in people. But a stable root chakra, and the way to counteract fear is through acceptance. Accept something, accept one thing. Ideally, accept all things first, before you then go deciding what you want to change. So the idea here is that if you guys are struggling with gliding in, you have to bear down harder, hunker down harder, be yourself harder, accept yourself more radically. Something is right here. I am right here. Something is good here. I am good here. So that you can recharge instead of wasting your energy assessing with the element of air, or changing with the element of fire, or feeling deeply with the element of water. I'm sorry, the energy is moving now, and my heart is opening, and that's why I'm yawning. I'm actually not that tired, but as the energy moves, the heart opens. And the yawns come. So the idea is to remember that your perspective might be a little skewed right now, and that you have come farther than you think, and you are higher than you think, perched higher, but that in order to recharge and rejuvenate, you don't need to keep going up this side of the mountain, and you don't need to start climbing down the mountain to share what you've learned. The point right now is to sit on top of the mountain. Just sit, bear down, plug in, recharge, get real, get clear, and be honest with yourself. That's what came up in the water reading. Was about being clear, communicating clearly with yourself and with others. So I would bring that in, and also, we go back to ether, the affirmation that holds true for all of the elements this week. I don't need as much as I think or feel I do. So that really feels like the message to me, is that you guys could be getting a little. And the idea is not to push harder, not to burn harder, not to move faster, not to feel more deeply, but just to be more deeply, to sit more deeply, to be still, to sit still, don't move, hunker down, plug in, recharge, get real. Wow. I am deeply connected to the truth of this moment if I choose to be. I'm deeply connected to the truth of this moment if I choose to be. Or I'm deeply connected to the moment if I choose to be. I like the truth of this moment because that pulls in a little bit of the accuracy. If you're having inaccurate perceptions or assessments of your situation, that affirmation will pull in some more accuracy. I am deeply connected to the truth of this moment if I choose to be. I'm thankful to you. I'll see you next week. Have a beautiful first week of the new year. All of my love.